Hello, I'm Cy, things very good, and today I'm going to be reviewing a video by the Vegetable Police called What I Juice in a Day, Long Juice Fast. And I'm doing this because I thought it would be entertaining for me to give you my feedback on this video. And let's go ahead and start it, and you'll see why.
So we're on day 5 of potential 90-day juice feast extravaganza. I want to show you what I drink in a day and how I structure it. I have plans. So far, so amazing. This is going...
So he's going on a 90-day juice fast, and this is somebody who used to be a vegan, became a carnivore, and then tried some different experiments, and now he says he's going back to vegan. He's going to do a 90-day juice fast straight. Yeah, let's see.
So well, it's not like the first one I did where I'm just like constant diarrhea, I'm dying. Y'all remember by the end of the 13 days I was dead looking. I was a skinny fruit boy bitch, but I didn't mind it. So I don't know what was happening with my gut, just it wasn't happening, and I was having maybe too much watermelon juice, but what I'm doing.
So you can see here that he is pretty skinny in these videos, and this was back when he was vegan, and I think he said he was doing a juice fast back then too, and this was day 13, and you can see that he's changed in his appearance since then. Since he started eating meat and changed his diet up, he's gained some weight and gained some muscle. So but this is how he used to be, and he thinks he's going to get good results going back to how he used to be. I'm not quite sure if that's going to happen for him.
I'm intermittent fasting, drinking the juices within an 8-hour window, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Outside of that time, I was considering dry fasting, but I wake up, I'm thirsty, I work out, I need water. So I have water, sometimes herbal tea still, support the kidneys, and then 8 hours, I make 5 liters of juice. So my first juice of the day today, I just got a mini watermelon. What you want to do?
I'll give him this, that he's basically doing good with his one-arm pull-ups. That's better than I can do. I'm sure that I'm much heavier than he is. And I will say too that he's improved recently. I wonder if that's because he had gained some strength. Now he's losing a little weight and that muscle's still there. Will that muscle hold up? I don't think so. Based upon all of the fruit eaters that I've seen, or the people who do high fruit, they don't usually maintain their muscle mass. And he is doing a vegetable and fruit juice fast for 90 days. I think he's going to end up being a lot like the fruitarians, which is really skinny with almost no muscle.
Cut it in half and then peel and then slice so it fits in your juicer. Something like that, and then you have these pieces that just slide in easy.
I used to eat a lot of meat. I realized I'm a piece of shit. But when I learned of how they...
So that one mini watermelon gave me like 1.5 liters, and I'm not allowed to drink it. It's 10:51. Oh.
Reminds me of when I was vegan, and especially in my more raw vegan stages, where I believed drinking a lot of juice was good. And yeah, I remember when that ended, when I couldn't do just the raw stuff anymore, and especially high fruit, because I started to feel that my teeth were sensitive, and as much as I like fruit, it was just too much fruit.
Man, so 5 days in, this is what's happened to me so far. It's been phenomenal. I've had energy most days, all day long, but the odd dip, the odd little after, I lay down on the couch, it's like, okay, just rest. I don't know if it was a blood sugar spike or just a healing detox. It's detox. Everything is detox now. But for the most part, I have more energy than I used to. My stomach, I'm waiting to do the whole 90-day before and after, but just look at my stomach. This is me holding it in and then letting it out. Before, on the vegan rice and bean plan, and now with the juice. That is phenomenal. Like, I've released so much solid. I'm talking like day 3? No, yesterday, day 4. I had like a normal, large bowel movement as if I ate the night before, 4 days in. That rice and bean, 1 meal a day vegan? No. That doesn't leave the body. I'm convinced this is the fastest way to heal anything. There's way too many testimonials of people that went the distance. I'm finally doing it. We're doing it hard, and so far so good, 5 days in. Hopefully nothing weird happens. Should I drink it? 10:54, man.
I do believe in the healing aspect of going on a plant-based or a very, very clean plant-based diet for a period of time, like maybe fruits and vegetables or fruit juice and vegetable juice. I do think that you can probably get great results and you're going to feel good for at least a period of time. How long, I'm not sure. But yeah, you might feel better at first, especially if you've never done anything like this before.
We're just doing it. Don't be a Nazi about your intermittent fast. You gotta taste it for the camera. This is my first watermelon the whole time.
I'm sure that tastes good. Watermelon sugar.
Nectar of the gods. Oh man, I gotta go buy more of those. I've been having some sour grapes. Those are fun times too. Okay, it's almost 1 p.m. I'm ready for my second juice. I just had a solid normal bowel movement, smelled like cat food. That's not too much information. It's not enough.
Too much information.
Didn't smell right. How long's that been in there? It smelled old. It's not right. That ain't right. So, I got a couple.
Yeah, if you're watching this video, Casey, then I think you're funny. Do you think Casey's funny?
Bags of organic grapes. They're long finger ones. Only some of them are moldy. Don't worry about that. That's fine. If I see one moldy, I just throw it in there. Mold heals the body. Proven by science. And we got a couple beets. This is such a potent juice. I just do this because juicers like this kind of struggle with soft fruits like grapes, apples. So if you push something like a beet or a carrot or celery, something hard, it pushes it out and then it unclogs.
But when I learned of how they bite, it made me sad.
The grape juice is going to taste good for sure. Beet juice, I've had a lot of it.
I don't eat animals. I cannot stand to watch them fall.
The thing about beet juice is that if you think that it's good for you, you might think that it tastes good because you think it's good for you. And it is sweet. It's just, the question is, how good does it taste to people who think that they are getting more healthy when they eat it? Does it really taste good, or is it just the fact that they think that they are getting more healthy, like the fountain of youth kind of a deal?
Oh yeah, so you can pour it slowly. I always dump it like as fast as I can. Oh yeah, perfect. So juice number 2, that's a potent one. It looks potent.
So about this time, you're thinking, okay, he's drinking juice, that tastes good. Second juice of the day, it looks like.
Nope. I love beets. Love the beets in there. I love how I don't cut off the dirt parts. It has a nice, like an earthy beet flavor that I'm loving still to this day. Can't get sick of that.
Is he funny to you?
Curious, yes, you can
He's
leave the
funny to
house
me.
without having
Explosive diarrhea. Ruin your day and a friend's. I just went and got 4 watermelons, $5 each for mini watermelons. That's fun times. I love the odds on that one. Love that ratio of money to juice. And a couple heads of asparagus. We're gonna try that. I'm heading home to have a green juice. Life is good. It's time for the savory juice. We've been having a couple sweet ones. Let's have a salty one. I've been riding this scooter to save energy while fruit shopping. But when I get home, I not only have to carry 30 pounds of fruit in my knapsack, I also get to carry a 40-pound scooter with one Herculean fruitarian-based fruit boy arm. I don't mind that. Trust me, I save energy in the long run.
He refers to himself as the fruit boy right now, and I do think that's funny. What I think, though, is going to happen here is he's going to keep he's going down this path where he thinks that this whole vegan idea is really cleansing, and he believes that it's good for the animals because he doesn't have to kill them. And he's thinking to himself that, yeah, this time he's going to do vegan in a way that it's going to be good for him, and he's not going to have to hurt animals, and he's going to be happy, healthy, strong. And I don't think that's going to happen. I just really don't believe that's going to happen, Casey. I think you've learned this lesson before, and I hope that you prove me wrong. It would be really neat to see you actually maintain your muscle and everything eating this way, but I really don't believe it's going to happen. I think you're going to end up really skinny, you're going to end up weak, and you're going to have to go back to eating meat because you're going to know that's what's best for you, even though you don't want to kill animals.
Just one more. Not even struggling. Ow. So I'm ready for my green juice. Usually this doesn't make a full liter, but now that I got a bunch of asparagus, it might. So 1 head of celery, asparagus, a bunch of parsley, and 1 lemon. You could add ginger if you dared. It's so salty, sour, just die.
So in the days of being vegan, I would think, yes, you're gonna balance out these fruits and the sugars, the higher sugar, with all of these vegetable drinks, and you're gonna be thinking to yourself, I'm getting so many minerals and so many vitamins, and it couldn't possibly be healthier than doing this, and thinking about how good your body absorbs this food. Not thinking necessarily about the fact that maybe chewing some food, chewing some meat, might actually be good for your facial structure and for your teeth, in addition to the fact that there are lots of minerals and vitamins in meat that people might not really even know about or think about much because they've been told that it's best to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Everybody thinks that's what's healthy in these times, right?
This is such a healing protocol. Just imagine if you had the discipline to do 90 days. The stuff, the gunk that would come out of you, in my opinion, this is so beneficial because 1, you don't have to digest anything. It's all pre-digested juice. You're getting this flood of nutrients, antioxidants, all these plant poisons.
Mm-hmm. What I said.
And you're flushing out all your waste. Come on now. I'm still getting sulfury things coming out of me, so who knows how long that...
So I have to comment on this idea that you're going to detox and you're going to get rid of all this garbage and this yucky stuff inside of you. That's exactly how I used to think. And what I would say to somebody like you, Casey, or to somebody who is a person that's been on what would be considered a healthy diet or a pure diet for a long period of time is there is absolutely nothing sludgy or unhealthy left in your body for you to cleanse out. It's just your imagination. And somebody who's been eating a really, really bad diet, like of all kinds of junk foods with all kinds of preservatives and additives and chemicals of all kinds, yeah, you could probably, and maybe even, lots of animal foods with all these added hormones and antibiotics and nitrates, you probably could do good to change your diet up, and maybe you could detox some stuff. But I don't think anybody that has been a vegan or who has been following a healthy diet for a long period of time has any kind of weird sludge that's built up in their body.
That'll last hopefully the whole time. Day 90, I'm like, what the hell was that? And that just came out of me. So I'm gonna juice this up in case you were wondering why I wasn't wearing the Q-Link pendant of life in the beginning. Some of you might have caught on. This chain, here's a little story while we play juice footage. I went to go resize this. My mom gives me this gold chain. She had it, but it was broken. So I went to go fix it. Jeweler attaches it. Cool, $40. I put it on, it's hanging down to here, and I'm like, oh God, why didn't I measure it first? I'm that dumb. $35 later. Again.
I've seen this Q-Link thing he's wearing before, and that's not my thing. What do you guys think? Is this Q-Link pendant or necklace helping him? You have to learn about that, I guess. I don't think so, but I'm happy that he is happy about it.
He gave me a $5 discount. He made it shorter. That's the perfect length. That feels right. I measured it. It's like, take 3 inches off. Keep the change. The chain. I'll leave. Oh, wow. My God.
So does he like it, or is he just pretending to like it? I'm not sure.
Why is that so good? Oh my God. It must be I'm needing some of these minerals. Oh boy. So we got 2 more juices after this. See you for the next one. So it's time for another juice. Huh?
I believe that this juice tastes good to him. It's interesting though to see what people do when they believe something is healthy for them. Like I used to believe that kale juice was healthy for me, and because I believed it was healthy, I believed that it tasted good for a while. Although I knew that it didn't taste as good as, for example, romaine lettuce juice, because that actually does taste kind of pleasant. But kale juice has got to be one of the worst juices as far as taste goes. But, you know, everybody believes kale is full of all these vitamins and minerals, which it is. The question is, how good can your body use them? But would you like it if you didn't think that it was healthy?
Thank God. Thank love. Really. I'm glad this isn't food that I have to eat. I'm glad I just get to drink another sweet juice. I hate food. Not looking forward to breaking this fast. Not me. We got ourselves a carrot apple juice coming. Sweet. If it was just carrot, that's a bit starchy. Add the enzymes of the apple. That digests better. Pro tip for you when you're juicing apples, you get yourself an apple slicer.
At this point, I'm thinking, wow, this could be really expensive to eat this much fruit and vegetables every day. Could be really expensive. Question is, would it be more expensive if you were just a carnivore and you were eating all meat? I think it depends. What kind of meat, what kind of quality of fruits and vegetables. But it is a good question.
So much easier now to juice. It's just boom. I know it's a pain. People are slicing with a knife. You're a noob.
I have a cat, his name is Frank. I will not eat his bones or face.
I'm thinking also now that he's getting a lot of vitamin A in the form of beta carotene. There's a whole bunch of other vitamins and minerals, including calcium in carrots. Is there a trade-off?
Cores of the apples to get extra cyanide. How many young mothers are deficient in that one, huh?
Yeah, the cyanide in apples. Apple seeds. I think he said he juiced those.
I wasn't thinking I was gonna crave that or enjoy it. It's got a creaminess to it. Not bad. Not bad. I'm glad that's not rice and beans or something. That was.
I'm having diarrhea right now. By the way, my lips feel...
They're too tight for my body. Just hang on to that one. Alright, last juice of the day, dinner.
So I believe this, what he just said. My lips feel like they're too tight for my body. I actually think that he's being serious in this clip. Are you being serious, Casey? The reason I say that is because I remember when I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and also just times being vegan, where my lips would feel very tight, and then they would crack and they'd be really dry a lot. And I think that's probably from things that are either lacking in this vegan diet, or maybe it's because you're getting some anti-nutrients that are contributing to this. It's a good question. What might be the real reason?
It's funny, it's the complete opposite. When I'm eating, dinner is like, oh yeah. Whereas this, like, I'm so happy to stop eating, drinking.
my dinner. Orange juice.
And I'm having some of the grapes. We'll get rid of the grapes. Sun is coming. Did things get orange?
So as good as you might think this diet could be for you by the way that we're told that fruits and vegetables are such healthy foods, and that the more of that we eat of those, the better. I know a lot of you would be thinking this is way too much sugar. My question is, what are you thinking? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, wow. That's a lot of a lot of sugar every day, even though I would have thought in the past that that would be a great thing.
God's light down there.
Well, hey guys! So in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about hair loss. Their Angostura Professional is what is in my opinion as a dermatologist.
What you just saw in that ad right there, that's another person that's a vegan that I think I should do a video about. You tell me. Take a look at that last clip and see, should I do a video about her too? She's a vegan doctor.
It is not healthy to eat meat.
I like that he makes up his own music.
Fall asleep.
But some of those words. Come on, Casey.
Wake him up. Then you can have sex with your love.
Oh, no.
I was struggling with
Just
that
no.
one. Something about the oranges. These particular oranges. Oh God. That was. Oh God. I suck at my job.
The no was about the words in his song.
A little bit. The fiber is like so thick. That ain't right. So glad I get juice for dinner.
But he's very entertaining. I think, anyway. I like Casey.
Once you taste it, it's pretty good. I added a couple carrots just to get the thing moving.
Don't cry over spilled juice. Right, kids?
Carrots and oranges.
For that much. That's gonna be good times.
Is that what
Well,
that
that's
was?
how I do it most days. I do have vitamin D sometimes.
It's not every single day, just whenever I remember to do it, but I will be getting out in the sun much more now that it's so warm. It was -3 outside. And I sometimes have the flaxseed oil, apparently.
Just being vegan in general, this supplementation, I'm not saying it's bad to supplement. I mean, I do supplement a little bit. It's not very often at all when it comes to vitamins or mineral supplements. But I do believe that they're a good security net to keep you getting those things that you might question whether you're getting or not. The question is it worth going vegan to take more supplements, believing that you're actually being more natural and more healthy? It almost seems like a contradiction, right?
Apparently, you're supposed to have at least 10 grams of fat so your gallbladder doesn't get all angry at you and not release anything. So you need some fat in the diet. So if you juice lots of greens, there is omega-3s in that, but I take a little, like a teaspoon.
True.
Not the whole tablespoon.
There are omega-3s in those greens. It's just a relatively small amount because of the fact that
Got a bit to chew there.
you can't eat a lot. It would be hard to eat enough greens to really cover your omega-3s. But it could be a good source of omega-3s.
And things are good. So it's totally doable. It's just a lot of work. Getting the food, shopping, and then preparing it, juicing is tough, but it's doable. Totally doable. So I can't wait for that 90-day. I wish I could just sleep the whole thing off. Wake up there. I'm gonna leave.
See someone's video.
This part's good.
Suppose there's going to be a couple people who aren't ready for this type of information, even though you know it rings true.
I'm ready.
In your heart chakra there,
I'm ready.
right where the Q-link pendant sits.
Thumb it down. If you met a penguin, you went to shake his hand, you realized they don't do that. They cuddle in the cold and protect each other. And who are you protecting?
Yeah.
Many people take
Stand and be the one, the strong one in your family to lead the others to the promised land. Just rip off that baby diaper on your face.
Yes.
Don't wear it.
Don't wear the thing.
Agree.
Don't do it. Not going.
Alright, we're done. Going into another lockdown. That's good times. Glad that people aren't standing up together, fighting the tyranny. Who needs that? I'm gonna go. We're leaving. What do you think of the Juice Fast? You doing one? Post your information down below. How's
I'm 100% with Casey on this last part. What he said, I'm not going to even repeat it right now, but good for Casey on this last part. And yes, you are funny. I do respect you, vegetable police, Casey. So, what did you guys think? I think that he's going to fail on this fruit-based diet, and I don't know what his intentions are, if he's going to just be vegan and eat whatever kinds of vegan foods after he's done with this 90-day juice fast, or if he'll even make it through the 90-day juice fast. I kind of predict he might not make it. I think he's going to notice he's losing so much muscle that he might end up stopping before, but maybe he'll surprise us. I don't think that he's going to be able to stay vegan long term after experiencing what it's like to not be vegan after being vegan for so long, which he was. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to see more like it, please comment and let me know below. Also, please share this video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.